Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Good to be back with you again. We are in the Pocket Power Lounge. Unfortunately, there's been so much rain in the Western Cape. We're really hoping that this meeting goes ahead come Monday. All systems go. I can tell you there's been lots of work behind the scenes to make sure that this meeting does go ahead. It's going to be a busy week. There's no doubt. There's lots of racing coming your way from the Western Cape, and that's obviously to make up for the lost meetings over the last couple of weeks. All right, so I'm not going to waste your time. I'm here to give you a quick preview. We're going to run through what we like for this card on Monday. The first race goes off at 12:25. Being a 9-race program, the bar pot will start in race number 2 at 1 o'clock. PA starts in race 3 at 13:35. Pick 6 race 4 at 2. The first jackpot race 5 at 2:45. And the second jackpot race 6 at 15:20. All things being equal, the last race should be race 9 at 5:05. All right, and now that I've got the house works out the way and we've been through the nitty gritty, I just want to keep you up to speed for the viewers that are watching this preview. You'll be able to find all our perfectly placed interviews as well as this preview in its entirety on our Cape Racing YouTube channel. Okay, so race number 1, it's a great race. It's the Hollywoodbets Kenilworth Welcomes You Restricted Maiden. It is a juvenile plate. It's to be run over 1,200 meters. I really like the look of number 4, Please Be True, trained by Justin Snake. Sean Veal gets his chance to ride this individual. He's a lovely looking 2-year-old colt. He really quickened up smartly on debut. I happened to be out back, and the word after that particular run was that he's a very smart horse and he may just go right to the top. So now that he's had that run under the belt, I'm expecting number 4, Please Be True, to go very close and might just take a power beating over here. There are a few dangers. There's been talk for a number of the first timers. You'll be able to find that in the front of the computer form. The 9-horse Arctic Wizard, trained by Greg Enyon, a lovely horse. Greg has made reference to me on a number of occasions that he really thinks quite a bit of Arctic Wizard. Mystic Majesty ran a cracking race last time out, now drops back to the sprinting trip, and I think that'll help him go very close as well. And then finally in the first race, I do want to make reference and touch on number 12, Late December, also trained by Greg Enyon. Grant Fanica gets the ride. He's a smashing looking horse. You'll watch him go down to the start. He's a beautiful looking individual, and I know that Greg Enyon's got high expectations for Late December, so please throw him into the play as well. But it's a tricky race to open up proceedings. I'll probably be leaning towards number 4, Please Be True, as being the horse that they all need to beat, in hope that he makes an improvement from run 1 to run 2. All right, let's go to race number 2. The second race is where the bar pot starts. 1 o'clock is the off time. It's the Cape Racing Sales Maiden Juvenile Plate. It's over 1,600 meters, so we're around the turn. An absolute 2-horse race for me on paper, between number 8, Land of the Rising Sun, and number 10, Cumbra Vieja. I'm going to marginally lean towards Land of the Rising Sun, only because he's just got that draw advantage over Cumbra Vieja. He's a nice looking coltus. I know that Justin Snaith has made reference to the fact that they really think quite a bit of him. In fact, he's probably a horse that we're going to see quite a bit of through the Cape Summer season later on this year. He was only beaten by the draw last time out. Now that he steps up from 1,400 meters to 1,600 meters, that's going to be right up his alley, and he'll start up those engines, and I'm sure he's going to take quite a bit of beating. He's going to have one horse to deal with, though, and that's going to be Cumbra Vieja, number 10, Vaughan Marshall, the trainer, Ashton Aries, the jockey. Had he been drawn a bit better, I probably would have gone with him as being my first selection, because I think quite a bit of this horse. He's been crying for the step up in trip, and I really think he's going to give you a big run for your money if you do like Cumbra Vieja. All the best to the connections as well. I know they've got high expectations for this 2-year-old Bay Gelding. So 2-horse race for me in race number 2. First leg of the bipot between number 8, Land of the Rising Sun, and number 10, Cumbra Vieja. Let's go to race number 3, the first leg of the place accumulator. 13:35 is the off time. It's the perfectly placed juvenile plate for fillies over 1,200 meters. I like the look of one horse over here, number 6, Sahara Cat. Now that she's back sprinting, she's going to take quite a bit of beating. She ran 3rd last time out, and that was in the Iridescent Stakes behind Kinda Wonderful. Now, she was in it for a long way. I called the race. She was whacking away. She was plugging away. I don't think at this early stage of her career she saw out the 1,500 meters. Maybe in time she will get the 1,500 meters, but for now I think she's an out-and-out sprinter, and she gets that this afternoon, being 1,200 meters. So I'm big on number 6, Sahara Cat. Richard Fourie has been booked to ride. He knows her well for Vaughan Marshall. The unknown horse in the race is Polynomial, number 5. I know that Greg Enyen happened to speak quite highly of this 2-year-old Bay filly after she won her first run, her debut run. She quickened up smartly in a big field. She's the unknown filly. Like I say, the sky could be the limit for this individual. Let's see how she goes against this quality and this caliber of field. So I think Sahara Cat will be too good for her, but Polynomial is a horse for the punters to watch going forward from this particular contest. First leg of the place accumulator, if you are taking that bet, I highly suggest from my side that you can go short over here and banker this horse, number 6 Sahara Cat in the first leg. So we move along to race number 4, and the fourth race means we kick off the pick 6. You need to be on by 10 past 2. I like the look of number 6 Champagne Kisses, number 9 Pink Moon, and number 14 Pretty Precious. I've tried to narrow it down to those 3 horses. My first selection is going to be number 14 Pretty Precious. Comes back from 111 days off the track. She ran over 1400 meters last time out, so she's back in trip from a small break. I don't think that's going to trouble her. She's got some smart form. I actually think she's a smart filly, and the fact that she finds herself in an open maiden, I would imagine Brett Crawford and the connection would be rather surprised if she can't win a race like this. So she is going to be my top selection. Huge respect for number 6 Champagne Kisses, trained by Justin Snaith. Richard Faree gets the ride. She moved up like she was going to win the race last time out. She was still very green. She was looking to lug towards the outside. I don't think there was anything wrong with the run. It was more a case of looking for company. She wanted something to pull her through, and she was running around into the closing stages. So if she can get the right run in transit, she's a nice filly, the Champagne Kisses. She could be the nearest danger to number 14 Pretty Precious, so include her into the play. And then the horse with all the experience under the belt, number 9 Pink Moon. She ran a great second last time out. That was over 1200 meters here at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth, behind Omakami, who looks to be a nice horse trained by Lucinda Woodruff. She naturally would have to go in based on her progressive profile that she brings to the races. So 3 horses for me in the first leg of the pick 6. Number 6 Champagne Kisses, number 9 Pink Moon, and number 14 Pretty Precious. The first jackpot starts now in race number 5. You need to be on at 2:45. It's a celebrating Centurion member Etienne Braun's birthday. It's an open maiden. So from all of us here at Cape Racing, happy birthday to you, Etienne Braun. He's got some lovely horses. He's a big player in the industry, and we certainly wish him all the best for the rest of the season. All right, so this particular race, being the first leg of Jackpot 1, you can make a case for number 1 Champanel, number 3 Amancio, 6 Heroic Power, the 8 Groove Jet, as well as number 14 Golden Grey. I don't like the look of the race. You're probably going to have to go wide. If you said to me, Brandon, I'm looking to have a bet over here, I'd probably tell you to go and back this horse Groove Jet. The Silks that were victorious in the renewal of the Hollywoodbets Durban July. We wish Greg Bortz, of course, Gina Goldsmith, and everybody else involved with Groove Jet all the best. He's progressive. He ran a lovely race when running second over 1600 meters last time out. I think he's going to get the run of the race. Good to see that Richard Faree has been booked to ride this individual. Nothing changes in terms of trip. I like his profile. I really like the look of number 8 Groove Jet. He's jumping off the page for me, and the more I watch that rerun, it gives me more confidence. So at a decent price, I'm going to suggest that he's worth a few each way on number 8 Groove Jet when it comes to race number 5. But it is the start of the jackpot, more importantly, and that's the bet you ultimately want to catch. So go wide over here in the first leg. Let's go to race number 6. 15:20 is the off time. Now, if you missed the first jackpot, you've got an opportunity at the second jackpot. It's the Taking the Reins Class 3. 20 past 3 is the off time. 1600 meters is the trip. A wide open contest. I don't want to bore you because I can make a case for almost every runner in the race. I'm just going to touch on horses that need to go into the exotics. Number 1, Magic Verse, you can make a case for from a good draw. Ran a nice third last time out. Number 2, Otto Lycan, ran a great race last time. They challenged him early, which didn't suit him. He's still plugged on all the way to the line to run second. I see Aldo Dume has been booked to ride for Gareth Van Sale. Number 6, Solar Power. Well, it's clear and evident on his form that he didn't enjoy his trip to Johannesburg. Now that he's back in the Western Cape, you can see by that good run last time out, he's slowly starting to come back to himself. Louis Mkoto has been booked to ride for Brett Crawford on number 6, Solar Power. And then I want to chat about number 10, Future Prince as well. He's probably the horse they all need to beat. He ran a cracking race last time out when running third. He looks cherry ripe. Gareth Wright is going to have to work his magic from a tricky draw, but he's ultimately the horse they're probably all going to have to beat, number 10, Future Prince. It's a tough race. You're going to have to go wide in your exotics when it comes to race number 6. Let's move along to race number 7. It's a very trappy race again. I don't want to sound like a stuck record, but that is the case. when it comes to race 7. It's the Woodhill Racing Syndicate Cape C Stakes over 2,200 meters. Small field. You can make a case for number 2, Mohandas, number 4, Mr. Monocle, and number 7, Twice the Master. Short and sweet, those are the 3 horses that I'm going to include into my play. Number 7, Twice the Master, he stays all day, he comes back from a small break. If he can get the right run in transit, he could be a very hard horse to peg back into the closing stages. Number 4, Mr. Monocle, nothing wrong with that last run when running second over 2,200 meters. I see Richard Faree's been booked to ride for Justin Snaith. If he can bring that run to the course again, he must have a winning chance. And then finally, number 2, Mohandas. I'm not sure he's good enough to win a race like this, but he certainly can be competitive for the trifectas, the exactas, and the quartets. Let's go along. It's race number 8. It's a great race. It's the Race Cape powered by Hollywoodbets. It's a Cape A Stakes. It goes off at 4:30. It is over 1,800 meters. I like number 1, Sugar Mountain. That's the class package. Won a great race last time out. Aldo Dume has been booked to ride for Candice Bass Robinson. There's no doubt from that sort of a draw he's going to be very competitive. 4, Pakaya needs to be respected in a big way. He's come back to himself again as Pakaya. He ran second to the Futurist last time out. Unfortunately, we all saw with our own eyes the Futurist got away and you weren't able to chase that hot speed. So he stayed on best of the field and he was plugging away nicely. He would have a big chance again. Number 4, Pakai, is run against some of the best in the land. And then I do want to make a big case for number 6, Love is a Rose. She is a filly taking on the boys. She's well weighted over here. She stays the trip, no problem. She's in great form at the moment, and she must have a big winning chance as well. So just the 3 horses for me when it comes to race number 8. Number 1, Sugar Mountain. Number 4, Pakaya. And number 6, Love is a Rose. So we move along to the last race. It's race number 9, the lucky last. It is a very tough race. I've tried to narrow it down to 3 horses for the punting public. It's over 1,800 meters. It goes off at 5:05. It's the Hollywoodbets Bright Future Class 4. 4 fillies and mares. Number 1, Plum Pudding. Well, if she can put that last run behind her, she's going to have a big winning chance. She's got that inside draw as a big advantage. She's got the class, she's got the ability, and she'll have options from that good draw. So she must have a big winning chance, there's no doubt. Number 5, Among the Clouds. Richard Faree gets the ride again on her. She brings in some good form. She's going to have a big chance, Among the Clouds. And then finally, number 8, Could It Be? You have to include into your play. She likes to race up on speed. If she gets cheap sectionals, she's going to be right there when it matters most. So please include her into your bets as well. So that's it from my side. Thank you for watching this preview in its entirety. We'll be hoping to race on Monday. We're certainly looking forward to a good week of racing at Hollywoodbets Kenilworth and hope that that rain disappears. We'll chat on the other side. Be safe, more importantly, and hit them hard. Bye-bye.